Welcome now to Brookvale Oval. Big match here at the home of the Sea Eagles today against the Canberra Raiders with all of their stars back. Let's have a look at the Sea Eagles side for today. Tuvey is the captain, of course. It's Hancock, Devereaux, Oljanek, Moore, Elsgood, Lyons, Kosef, Cunningham, Jones, Roberts, O'Donnell and Alexander. Canberra coming out, and Mal Meninga takes them out to a reception from a very parochial crowd, and a good one too under blue skies. Here's their side: Belcher, Nadruka, Meninga, Mullins, Hoppy, Daly, Stewart, and Croker at the back of the scrum with Ferner partnering Clyde. Pongia comes into the front row with Walters and Fritz. Bill Harrigan's the man that's got the big match here today. John Devereaux will kick off. The English importation. He'll do the goal kicking as well. No Matthew Rich for Manly today. Mullins it is that gets first touch and sends it back through Hoppy. He's 15 out from his own line. Paul Vorton joins me as co-commentator today.
Yeah, thanks. So interesting to note that Manly, they lost the toss, but Canberra decided to run into the breeze in the first half. So Manly will have this gusty sou'wester at their back in the first half, and with the kicking game of Cliffy Lyons, they should be able to dominate the first half, but Canberra looking to come home with a wet sail in the second half.
Talking of Cliff Lyons, he relishes the opportunity of playing against the Canberra side, as the first clearing kick of the day comes off the boot of Ricky Stewart. It was not one of his best. In fact, it was about 3 out of 10. Devereaux wrapped up 35 out from the Canberra line. A chance for Manly to attack early in the game. It's gone through 2 sets of hands and along the line. This is Cunningham now. Young Jamie Oljanek in the run-on side for Manly today, a former Penrith junior. I doubt that the Panthers were keen to lose him. Tuvey away, Lyons around the back, second man play. Hancock in the number 1, looks for Devereaux, finds him. He's brought down 20 metres out from the line. This is the last. Lyons to the air. Not a good kick. It's gone right across the ground. It might turn out to be a beauty. Well, young Ryan.
Well, that was
or Elsgood, I should say. He's a metre short.
Amazing play by Manly. The kick came from Cliffy. It was a dead set shocker. And they nearly scored a try out of it. Here's Cliffy looking to put a high ball up to put some pressure on Belcher. Goes nowhere near Belcher. Straight into Elsgood's hands. Not much defence here. It's coming now. And they just hang on to him. Manly's tactics very clear, even early in the game. Canberra, the way to defend, is a loose ball there. So Canberra making too many mistakes in their own quarter. But Manly will just try and run around this Canberra defence all day.
Quentin Pongia in the front row for this match. John Lomax pulling out. Fed by Tuvey. Great opportunity for the Eagles. They've had the ball for the major part of the last 18 tackles. Now it's with Kosef. And that's a good tackle. The youngster started to run sideways, and he was an easy target for Ferner, who makes another tackle. Pulls down Danny Moore. O'Donnell gets it away. Taking it up is Roberts. He bounces away from the defence, but he's put down 20 metres out. O'Donnell. Jones, prominent. That's Cunningham, just inside the 20-metre line. Manly wide and deep to the right. They go to the left to the blind. Tuvey pulled down. Now it's 5 gone. Will they put it through the hands? O'Donnell, Lyons puts the chip kick across to the blind side. Daly read the play, and Daly comes down with it for Canberra.
Yes, Cliffy had the right idea then to put the kick up, but it really wasn't high enough for it to be an effective kick, and Laurie Daly handled it quite easily in the end. Plenty of Canberra defence here. They've had to defend very well too the first 5 minutes of this match because of their own ball handling.
Pongia. Stewart. Daly. Here's Canberra putting it through the hands inside their own 20-metre line. Not too many clubs would do that. Nadruka pulled down 30 metres out, but on an early tackle, it is the policy of Tim Sheens, and many other coaches have used it, I suppose, but Canberra use it a lot, to put the ball through the hands on an early tackle. And here they are doing exactly that now, but this time on a later tackle. And Daly it is that punches it down the ground for Hancock to bring it back from 15 metres out from his own line. John Devereaux, right knee, getting some support there from an elastic band, and it's Lyons turning it inside. Hancock support. Very shoddy Canberra defence. Manly made 40 metres easily then. Through Kosef, Tuvey, Jones, Alexander went decoy, Oljanek, Elskood, he's very fast. Ankle-tapping tackle, doesn't secure the youngster. Mullins eventually makes the tackle. Open game at the moment. Tuvey with a long ball. Kosef is with it. Short pass for Roberts. Roberts stands and is pulled down. 18 out. Penalty Manly. Canberra inside the 5. And an easy 2-pointer coming up.
And we came into Brookie looking for an open game of rugby league. We're dead set getting it. Some fine attacking skills being showed by both sides. And here's the bus now. Some very ordinary defence there by Canberra. Devereaux did well to set up Cliffy Lyons. And Cliffy, a beautiful pass back inside to Hancock, who's making his debut in the fullback position. Never played there in first grade before.
Devereaux, 8 out of 10 against a countryside last weekend at Mudgee. Very high, straight between the uprights. First points to Manly. They lead Canberra 2 points to 8. Inclusion in the Canberra side. Kicks off. He reshuffled the team when Lomax pulled out. Pongia to the front row. He went up. Ferner came into the second. Big Roberts hoping to be named tonight in the Australian squad. Lyons running a good decoy to the right, trying to take some heat away from Alexander, but he's pulled down. There's the lowers for you. Manly 1 reserve grade. President's Cup went to Canberra by a fairly big margin. David O'Donnell's the dummy half. Manly's inside their own territory. They're right in the centre of the ground as Lyons puts in the right-footed kick. It gets some assistance off the breeze, and 25 metres out it crosses the line. 2 of the game's very best kickers in general play. This fellow Lyons and, of course, Ricky Stewart. Nadruka coming in from the left wing. Clyde was calling for it, but Stewart decided to take it away himself. Clyde just feeling his way into the game in the early exchanges. Good yards for young Ferner. He's 8 metres from the halfway. Stewart now, that's the second time on this set of 6. Daly, Meninga, Mullins, they all combine. Hoppy falls over.
And lost it just in the tackle there. Tuvey's gone down injured in the background. But Canberra, their own worst enemies. Nice ball here from Mullins, and as Hoppy goes down, as he falls over, he loses the ball, knock on. Tuvey's still down, he's just getting back to his feet now.
Probably cannoned into the hip, I think it was of Brett Mullins, as he tried to take him out of that attacking raid. He's going to stay there and feed this scrum, or Lyons are saying, get the lock to feed it. No, Tuvey's going to work it. Lyons inside centre, went to the left as a decoy. Elskood came off the left wing and was on the left wing and was wrapped up by Mullins. A roar from the crowd. They thought it was high. Touch judge didn't move on it. Oh, Jones ran into a ripper. Pongia and Ferner got him jointly. Good heavy stuff. Jeff Tuvey goes from the field. Hasler. Jones. Alexander. Cunningham. I don't know that was it. Yes, it was. Harrigan had a better sight of it than I thought it might have came off the knees there for a moment.
Yes, a nice inside ball by Alexander. In saying that, it was a low pass.
7 handling errors to 4 made by Canberra. Scrums are the same. Long pass by Stewart. Daly runs across the ground. Mullins goes straight. Struggles away from a would-be tackle. He's put down 20 metres out from the Manly line. Canberra with a chance now if they can hold on to the football. Daly goes across to the right. Belcher comes back to the centre. Finds Ricky Stewart. He looks to promote it left but takes the tackle. He's 18 metres out from the line. No markers on Stewart. Goes himself and takes it within 3 metres of the line. Walters now to acting half. Still a great chance here for Canberra. Wide ball out for Daly. Daly away for Croker. Croker's put down. He's 2 metres out from the line. Hasler and O'Donnell making a desperate tackle. Daly away for Big Fritz now. And Fritz is held. He'll have to play the ball a couple of metres still out from the line. Daly at acting half. To the right it comes for Stewart. He pushes it wider. Out there is Ferner. Belcher's in the back line. Throws the dummy to Clyde. Finds Brett Mullins. Mullins throws the pass. Hoppy can't take it. And the referee will put a scrum down.
Yes, exciting play here by Canberra. Manly have done well to hold them out. Canberra at their most dangerous in this part of the ground. And it came out in the last pass. Mullins drew both those players there, and the knock on there by Hoppy.
Tooby goes back on for men. John Jones comes off. Tooby immediately away from the scrum base. Lyons just tried to draw the markers by holding it back for a moment before giving it to Hancock. O'Donnell. Roberts. Bounces out of a tackle. Oh! David O'Donnell picked up and driven. Spear tackle. Or the right word is a dangerous tackle on David Ferner.
And he's in a bit of trouble too, O'Donnell, laying on the ground there. Picks him up and pile drives him into the turf.
Well, Harrigan did not dwell. He just immediately gave the penalty to Manly. 30 metres out from the Manly line. Cunningham! Oh, that's a quality run. Good stuff by Cunningham. He's got the pass away. Devereaux pulled down by Nadruka.
Oh, genius tackle by Nadruku. Killed him.
Now, O'Donnell. Kosef. They've only got to deliver the final blow. Lyons. 6 more tackles for Manly. Knocked down by Hoppy. Hasler a dummy half. Manly with a full set of 6 to come. Alexander. O'Donnell. Tuvey. Hancock. Danny Moore. Inside ball for Hancock. Desperate stuff, but there's a knock on. Well, talk about exciting football.
Well, that was a great break made by Owen Cunningham, wasn't it? And it should have been a try. He beat some feeble tackles. Couple there, and away he went. Gary Belcher then came over and missed him, but Nadruku does. He's chasing there, Cunningham. He tags him, then he watch him backpedal there, and finally brings down Devereaux. Great tackle, Nadruku. And that's been Manly's problem the last 4 or 5 weeks, Ray, that they've been making these breaks and creating opportunities for themselves, but not capitalising, not getting the points on the board.
Well, that's right. It happened way back against Eastern Suburbs here on a Friday.
Happening against Parramatta.
Parramatta's the second case in point. Bob Fulton has been loath to take any glory away from the teams that have beaten Manly, pointing out at the same time that his team had had 100 times or 100 opportunities to win the match. Fritz, solid tackle by 2 of the small men, Hasler and Tuvey. He took on this Goliath and put him away. Ferner. This is the last for the green machine, but they're not looking like a machine today. Stewart, he finds the line 40 metres out from Manly's goal line. Great part of the world here. Lyons. More! Straight up the centre! Flat and hard! Now can Nadruka do it again? Here he comes! And he's made the tackle!
Oh, genius!
Oh, Nadruka! There, Dinkum, he could be the king for a day if he wanted to be.
Canberra, never got back on side at all.
Played by Kosef. Lions, 2v. Now through to Algenek. He cuts inside. Hancock will score.
Forward pass rate. Unbelievable. Another opportunity and it's gone. But Nadruku, whatever they're paying him, they should double it. He saved them 12 points today. Denny Moore made the break, got through some poor defence once again, and Nadruku, just the last-ditch tackle, sensational. And Moore, he was nearly going to go for the double movement. He started at the last moment. Here's the last movement. Floats this one out, and it goes probably a metre forward.
The watchers of the game must be, and they're the fans. They love action. They love plenty of ball movement. And these two sides are giving it to them today, Fatty. Brett Mullins comes from the field. Stewart, that's out on the full.
Yeah, the good keen defence by the Manly side. Pressure put on Stewart by O'Donnell then. So Manly now, in he came O'Donnell, just let him know he was about, and that made the poor kick come about.
Here they come again, Manly. They're coming at Canberra like waves off the coast here on the peninsula. Roberts gets a pass away. Devereaux scooped it off the ground. Alexander will take it down for the play the ball. O'Donnell. Blindside play for young Kosef. Manly seems certain to score twice. Now Hasler. There he goes again with this attempt to hurdle the defence. Tuvey. Lions. Plenty of forwards to give it to. Cunningham's the runner. 5 tackles gone for Manly. Lions goes from dummy half. Kicks ahead. Where's that football now? It's 6 more for Manly. 6 more tackles. Can Canberra endure this? Cliffy Lyons takes it to ground on 1. Werner the tackler. O'Donnell away. Bad pass. Tuvey gets under 1. Taken by Pongia. That's the second. Hasler to the right. It's with Kosef. A cutout pass for Devereaux. Devereaux passes. Finds Danny Moore. Moore gets it back to Kosef. Now it's back with Tuvey. Then it's with Lyons. Now a lofted pass to Elsgood. Elsgood comes to Daly. He's wrapped up and he'll play the ball. That would be 4 tackles gone, if my memory serves me correctly. O'Donnell away. Roberts launches himself at the centre of the defence. Alexander's tackle. That's the 4th tackle now. O'Donnell away for Tuvey. Turns it back inside for Cunningham. That should be 5. It is. O'Donnell's the acting half again. Away for Tuvey. On for Lyons. Puts the kick in behind. Nadruka takes it over the dead ball line.
I give the Canberra defence some credit here. Whilst they've missed 17 tackles, their online defence has been outstanding. They've adjusted, readjusted and multi-adjusted to just cover this Manly attacking forays. It's great footy, Rabs.
Well, this will go down as one of the great defensive passages of 1993. I'm not sure of how many tackles they've had to withstand. Roberts, you've been watching it with us, and I'm sure it must be looking like the 20s proportion. Roberts away. Now it's with Kosef. Stands and turns it back for Hasler. Tuvey's outside him. Tuvey goes through. Tuvey's got Hasler with him. Hasler gets the ball. Came off Cunningham's head. It's gone over the dead ball line. And it's out to the 22 for the restart.
And Canberra get the respite. And they needed it under all sorts of pressure. Once again, Tuvey put the foot down, went through the big hole, and Hasler now onto Cunningham, straight off his noggin. And that's the ball for Canberra, 20 metres out from their own line.
Quality stuff every time he handles the ball.
He's had a pretty solid comeback to the game. He's been out 6 weeks, Bradley Clyde, looking for a spot in the Australian side. He's done nothing outstanding, but he's been there and thereabouts all game. His defence has been fine, and whenever he's been required to have a hit up, he's done pretty well. Meninga now into some space.
Stewart Long pass out, looking for David Furner. Finding him with pinpoint accuracy. Good yards by David Furner. They're not finished yet. Now Quentin Pongia. Have they got the pace? Tooby's got him! Jeffrey Tooby brings him down. 10 metres out from the line. That's a turnover.
Oh, great tackle, Jeff Tooby.
Great rugby league here today.
Yeah, talk about Nadruka. That was just as good, if not better, by Toobs. The big flashing run by Furner. He's beaten 46 of them, straight down the middle. And then Pongia hot-footed it for the line. Here's Furner now. He's beaten. A big gap was there. He beat Hancock, bumped off Olsenick, and away he goes. And Pongia thought he was going to score, but Tooby cut him down.
Hasler, 30 metres out from his own line. David O'Donnell. Daly makes the tackle. 5 gone. Close to half-time. Through the hands of the halves. Then to Devereaux. Devereaux in some space. Defence coming across. Draws them. Olgenick beats the tackle of Belcher. And eventually and finally Manly scores. Nice work by Manly. Devereaux did well. Olgenick, he gets the 4 points.
Well, it had to come, and it came from deep in their own territory. Some pretty ordinary defence out there by some of the Canberra players. Meninga came up when he shouldn't have. And then Devereaux into some space. He drew Nadruku. 1-on-1, Belcher on Olgenick, and Badge couldn't get him. And the Manly side finally crack it for the try.
Acute angle. It's got the height, but it's just wide. So the half-time score at Brookvale, Manly leading Canberra 6 points to 0. We'll be back after a break with more. David Furner kicks off to start the second stanza of this game. He'll only need to be half as good to be good enough. Devereaux tackled by Meninga and also Croker. Alexander. I noticed on that particular play that Kosef ran as the decoy. Lyons spreading it across, and Hancock handled before Elsgood was tackled about 25 metres out from his line. Now, John Hopewadi is on the ground. This is his first touch of the football. He's beaten 3 of them. Stewart takes him. 10 metres out from the line. Manly with a chance to wrap it up here, really. Lyons out for Danny Moore. Mel Meninga takes him to ground. It's picked up where it left off this game. Lyons for O'Donnell. Now for Hasler. John Hopewadi. 2 metres from the line. That's the turnover.
And desperate defence once again by Canberra. Their first up defence has been fairly abysmal. Hopewadi made a 50-metre burst there. He was playing Jersey flag last year, but he's a good player. Here it is here from dummy half. The marker was held. Boyle was held. And Hopewadi streaked down the touchline, beat Belcher. His defence has gone a bit ordinary, but Ricky Stewart came over and cover and saved it.
They're on the Canberra 40-metre line, played by Gary Belcher. Through Jason Croker, into the hands of Daly, showed it to one, gave it to Meninga, now Nadruka over the halfway line.
Yeah, nice tackle by Cunningham coming over and cover. Good second row play.
Pongia, inside ball, Bradley Clyde. 9 metres into Manly's area. 6-0 the score in favour of Manly. Stewart letting Fritz go, let another one go, still with the ball. Meninga now for Croker. And a great deal of ground gained by all of that. Daly. Wide for Belcher to knock on. The mistakes continue for Canberra.
Yes, long floating pass there by Laurie Daly. And Belcher running onto it, had to stretch for it and reach for it, and couldn't hang on to it in the end.
Tuvey coming straight across the ground, and Lyons goes straight ahead. Furner did well for a second rower. He broke very quickly to get across in cover. Kosef takes the tackle before advancing for Hasler to push Alexander forward. Riding ahead, 22 metres from the Canberra line. Here they come again. O'Donnell. That's Roberts. This is Lyons. Now Hopewati stands and gives a forward pass, I thought, for Cliffy Lyons, but it goes unchecked. Elsgood wrestled down. O'Donnell off to the blind side. 22 metres out from the Canberra line. Tuvey. Dummies to Alexander. Dances away from two. Then Kosef into the hands of Cunningham. Now it's Moore striding to the 20. Supporting was Alexander. Likewise Hasler. Hasler 10 metres out from the line. Still not tackled. Got a fair pass away. Not a fair pass, a cracker of a pass. Now Devereaux. Devereaux taken to ground by Belcher and by Clyde. 5 gone for Manly. Here they come, the Eagles. Lyons puts the grubber in. It's not been cleaned up. Yes, it has now. Line dropout.
Sustained attacking play by the Eagles, and Gary Belcher criticised him today for his defence. He's made 3 beautiful tackles there in a row, saved 3 tries, and in the end got his hand on that at about the 18th try, but he got there.
Stewart's drop kick. 50 metres, bar 1. Moore goes back. O'Donnell. Roberts. Kosef. Hasler. Canberra 2 points in front of Manly on the Winfield Cup ladder. Over the sideline, I got a fancy that it came off Canberra.
Yes, it came off Meninga, who was effecting the tackle on Danny Moore. This will be a scrum feed to Manly and more pressure for Canberra.
Now, a chance for Manly. Lyons running across the park, letting decoys go inside. Eventually, Elsgood gets out of the tackle. He'll score! Manly! They're over the line again. 10-0 in favour of the home side.
And it had to come. The pressure from the Eagles is finally told. And it was this defence of Canberra's, this sliding defence. It's a good defence. It's worked well today, but you cannot afford to miss any tackles. It puts pressure on you, and it's 1-on-1 here. We've got Elsgood on Hoppy, and away goes Elsgood. Stepped inside. Hetherington, he's been on there 4 seconds. He was never going to get Elsgood, who's very, very quick. And they stood well. They talked, communicated, but it came down to a 1-on-1 situation. And Elsgood, nice left foot step, too strong for Hoppy.
Away off the boot, okay, but it's just one. 10-0 in favour of Manly over Canberra. Furner gets us underway again. Well, that hill back to recovery is looking a little bit steeper now for Canberra. Hancock. They've got plenty of confidence in their sails now, Manly. Kosef, magnificent game from him. Looking at him out there, he's taken on a very, very confident stature. Responsible position that he's occupied today and handled it very well. This is Alexander. Hasler, away from Osborne, away from another. Pongia pulled down, but he was pulled down 20 metres up the park. Now a quick play, the ball. Lyons puts it down for Gary Belcher. He's had a busy afternoon, Gary, and probably one that he won't be very happy with. Nadruka, Stewart, Daly, Hoppy out wide. Well, I'm just getting the impression, watching some of these Canberra players closely through the binoculars, Paul, that huge defensive strain or drain has started to take its toll. Stewart, Daly, Meninga, Belcher, Nadruka inside, puts his foot flat on the floor, gets inside, Hancock, they're not going to catch the flying
Kate. There, dinkum.
It's Kate.
Oh, he's killed him. There was nothing doing there. Manly had all the defence. Here we go. Now they dripped across field. Plenty of Manly defence there. The beautiful inside pass from Belcher. Clippy line, slightly at fault, didn't keep coming over. Now here, the goose step, and he beat Hancock pointlessly. Roberts tried in vain. Oh, what a player. Sensational stuff.
Oh, look at the put down. If he gets this, Canberra's only 4 behind, and they've been on the wrong end of all of this. Here he comes, 22 out. He's gonna get it. Yes, he kicks it from the sideline. 10-6 in favour of Manly. Deep kick-off. Hoppy sent back to them.
And if they were getting tired, Canberra, that's the sort of inspirational play that can give them a lift.
This is young Hetherington. The Sheens obviously felt that they needed some fresh men out there. David Boyle tries to beat them, gets around Hopawate. Hoppy, he's down 5 metres into the opposition territory. They're wide and they're deep. Here's Stewart using the long ball. Daly goes over the halfway. Toomey brings him down. Furner, Clyde. 5 gone for Canberra. What will Stewart do here? Ball in the hands, uses it in the hands. Meninga puts in the kick. Came off Manly, they didn't play at the ball. Daly, he puts it in the air. Tackle count is not nullified. Lyons across. Cunningham gives it to Hopawati. Here he goes again, this youngster. Have a look at him go. Belcher makes the tackle. Doesn't put him away completely. Now they do. 30 metres from the Canberra line. Manly's turn. Now Lyons. Tuvey. Hasler. Hasler approaching the 40-metre line. Danny Moore leaves it behind. Knock on.
I wish they'd stop playing like this. It's too exciting. But very simple mistake made there. You know, Danny Moore had plenty of time to catch this ball. And if it's got one problem Danny Moore's got, he's a great runner of the football, but his hands do let him down on occasions.
Meninga, Stewart, Clyde cut out, finding Daly wide. Daly on Tuvey, then for Mullins. Mullins on Hopawati, and Mullins has tackled 8 metres into Manly's area. Ball played back to Hoppy. Dummies and runs around Hetherington. 10-6 Manly. Stewart shows it twice, then David Boyle, and he's pulled down by Cliffy Lyons. 197 tackles made by Canberra, 184 for Manly. Bradley Clyde surges ahead, comes out the other side. Will he score? Mel Meninga will. Meninga, he puts it down. Canberra gets a try. The scoreboard is level. 10 points all.
And Bradley Clyde did it all on his own. Meninga had some work to do, I suppose, but Clyde burst through some feeble defence. And Canberra now go to 10-all, and they're coming home like a train. Now, Clyde's got all this defence in front of him. 1-on-1, though. 2 of them missed him, Hasler and O'Donnell. I thought he might have taken Hancock on. Meninga positioning himself beautifully on the inside, and he carried them over.
22 out, 11 in, he's missed it. 10 points all. 15 to go.
Monday.
Match restarting, it's Tony Iro on, and Danny Moore off, and 10 points all. I trust that Bill Harrigan doesn't decide this game with one of those penalties that he could have given all afternoon. I don't think he will. He's too good a referee.
Oh, great run Steve Waller's made. 30 metres, 20
He's
metres,
knocked on.
but he's knocked on in the end. But what a great run it was.
It was.
All to no avail. He's been Canberra's best forward. Really picked his mark from dummy half. Took the fullback to get him, Hancock. And the strong tackle forced the mistake.
Right on the halfway mark, the scrum takes it. Won by the Sea Eagles, and through the hands of the halves, it's out with Hopawati. He's only handled the ball a couple of times, but they've both been quality performances. Now Iro, Jack Elfgood, he makes a run of 15, 20 metres.
Covered at fence by Stewart once again in the second line.
O'Donnell to the Let's Go Seth run. Cliffy Lyons knocks on.
Yeah, one of those things that can happen to every rugby league player, lapse of concentration. Cliffy thinking of what he's going to do, who he's going to put through a gap, and drop the pill.
Daly deciding that he'll try and do it himself. Probably by comparison with some of the other big names in the game, Daly has been relatively quiet.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't made the long 40-metre runs that other players have made, but he's done his job. You know, he's...
Not saying that, but
no, he's
with
created...
the Dailies of this game, you're looking for something almost megastar type stuff. And that's probably unfair of us. Furner. Stewart. Boyle running off his left hip. Then he gives it back for Stewart. Stewart probes himself. Osborne is there in support off the other side. And that's 5 gone for Canberra. Stewart quickly back into position. Goes for long drop goal. Stewart, I think he may have got it. Yes! It's a drop goal from 30 metres for Ricky Stewart.
10-all now, 11-10. Stewart's put the Raiders just a nostril in front. A nice kick from 30 metres out. Beautifully struck.
Well, how many times did he handle in that play? I think it was 3 times. I'm just checking my own memory of that last play, but that is exactly right. Stewart, he gave it once, he took the reverse pass, he gave it twice, he took the reverse pass, and on the 3rd time he kicked the field goal. You won't see too many more personal contributions than that. Osborne 30 metres out from his line. Canberra leads by a point. David Furner. Walters running a lot from dummy half as the opposition gets tired. 5 gone. Daly goes to first receiver now. Looks wide for Stewart. Stewart puts it between winger and fullback. Elfgood brings it back. Clyde goes in, makes the tackle.
Yeah, great play, Brad Clyde. First game back, you know, and it's 10 minutes to go. He's done a heap of work, Clyde, and still chasing.
This can all be described where the play is right now, anywhere in Manly's half. Even 10 metres into Canberra's half. As safe territory. Lyons sending Iro out to the 20-metre line, but Mullins makes the tackle. Canberra playing very correct football, no penalty football. In other words, playing percentage football. A bad bounce for Nadruka, but he's able to clean it up.
And got the situation now where, you know, Canberra got the ball 30 metres out. The kick was badly organised, shouldn't have gone to Cunningham.
Clark.
Croker's back on for Osborne.
Walters running a lot from dummy half, as I said just a few moments ago. And what he's done has been quality stuff. Hetherington decides to take them on. Hit and spin back. Clyde's there to support. Meningus coming up. The big fella not required as Clyde goes to ground 5 metres out from the line. Walters is the dummy half. Stewart's the receiver. The long pass. Pinpoint accuracy to Daly. Short off the right hip away for Furner. Off the ground, not tackled. It goes to Mullins. Mullins is there. Flick passes back for Daly to kick ahead and score! Yes! Try time! Daly puts his mark on this sensational game.
Super duper try to Laurie Daly.
Watch it again.
It's a great pass by Mullins, but he could see Daly there. Daly calling for it. And Laurie, very smart footballer.
Furner. 25 out. Bringing it around and precisely over the dot. 17 to 10 in favour of Canberra. They trailed and they trailed, and now they're surging ahead of Manly. Crowd leaving, looking for the exits now, but Oh, gee, I tell you what, even though they've been beaten, and Manly crowds are very parochial, like all rugby league crowds, I think they'll go away thinking they've seen one of the great rugby league games played on this ground.
Been a fantastic game of footy, but Manly will rue the chances they missed, especially in the first half. It's been all Canberra the second half. And they're a magnificent side. They've gone in now. With the win, they'll go into 4th spot on the ladder and are looming once again as premiership contenders.
Well, we all have said that, but I think we've always put an adjunct to it by saying if their stars can remain healthy, they can beat anybody on grand final day. They've just got to get there and be healthy. Stewart clears. Now they've got the game back where they wanted. Not as important now, though. They lead by 7 points. That field goal to Stewart's looking ever so much more important now. Canberra just rolling down the other side of the hill now. Tony Iroh's pass out to young Hopewadi. A knock-on will be called and a scrum will be packed. Friday we go to Melbourne, to Olympic Park for Saints and West. Stewart, Daly, cuts out Mullins, finds Belcher at the back, Meninga. Ooh, don't argue it. How do you feel?
Yeah, might hear more of that, the big elbow from Mel.
Mel's looking at him. Devereaux's lying there. Now, away goes Hoppy, down the blind, he'll score, I think, yes! Another try.
Well, they've fallen apart now, the Eagles. But mind you, Devereaux, who was on that wing, is still down, injured, after the Meninga incident.
Harrigan took a long look at his touch judge, as if inviting him to say something.
But here's some very poor marker play. Now, that's where Devereaux should have been, on that wing. And Hancock one-on-one, Hoppy just a nice left foot step inside, but some very poor marker play.
Ferner, from 22 out, he's missed it. Canberra wins one of the more incredible games of rugby league. 21 points to 10. Needless to say, there were many men of the match, but the MMI insurance $1,000 went to the flying Fijian Noah Nadruka. Scored 1, saved 2. He takes out the Man of the Match award. Let's move on and have a look at the footy tab results of today. Canberra Manly, the pick the score 331.95. Pick the winners upwards of $14. Pick the margins $87.15. The points table tonight after round 10's completion. North's in front by 1 from Canterbury and Saints, and then a break of 2 points to Canberra and Brisbane, with Eastern Suburbs just out of the 5. Next Friday night we come to you from Olympic Park in Melbourne. The Magpies take on the Dragons. On behalf of Paul Vorton and the 9 Sports crew, I'm Ray Warren. Good night, Australia.